Our discussion now moves to the wealth gap, and you can see it right here. The Bureau of Labor Statistics reports black people have median weekly earnings of $775, 20% less than white people who earn an average of $979 a week. That's just one of the major financial and economic differences that separate us along racial lines.
Research shows that institutional practices in hiring, in mortgage lending, even applying for a business loan, discriminate against people of color. And as one local woman discovered, even having a medical degree did not make her immune to bias.
Our Rondella Richardson reports.
Good morning, Rose. How are you?
It's everything Dr. Joyce Imahi Erabo Ip ever dreamed of.
Owner of Vibrant Dermatology and Skin Bar MD. Hey. Hello. How are you?
Her employees, her dermatology practice, patients she treats with care.
I am the child of immigrants, and I think that I wanted to be a doctor since I was like 2. But I think that the true American dream is being your own boss.
Modest about her accomplishments, Dr. Ip didn't want to hang her degrees from Harvard and Cornell Medical School in her office, but she says she had to.
I had signed an intention to lease a space after a phone conversation with a leaser. And then when he met me, suddenly he said, "Oh, well, can I see evidence of where you graduated from medical school?" I said, I think that you'll find that my educational pedigree speaks for itself, and more importantly, that my financials speak for themselves. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
If you're surprised a doctor could experience difficulties starting a business, don't be, says Allison Kroner-Barron, director of Boston Builds Credit.
The system in which we are operating was not designed for true equity.
Kroner-Barron cites the policy of redlining as an example of institutional discrimination against black people with lasting effects.
Redlining blocked out federal maps that told you where it was safe to give people mortgages, excluded communities of color from those maps. So you basically could not get a standard mortgage. If you did get a mortgage, it was predatory in nature. When we think about the discrimination that continued from there, a report in 2018 showed that analysis of 31 million mortgage applications found that Black and Hispanic applicants were denied mortgages at higher rates than white applicants when controlling for income, employment, area.
Discrimination in mortgage lending excludes many people of color from the #1 wealth building opportunity in America, home ownership. In 2015, the Federal Reserve Bank of Boston released a study called The Color of Wealth. The findings were shocking. Local white families have a median wealth of roughly $250,000. Meanwhile, non-immigrant black families have a median wealth of just $8. The COVID-19 pandemic has put a spotlight on the economic disparities among African Americans. Economists believe African Americans make up the majority of current unemployment claims.
I think anyone who is paying attention would have expected a gap, but the severity of that gap was really shocking.
Boston Builds Credit is an organization created by the city, United Way, and the Local Initiative Support Corporation, or LISC. The organization, just one example of efforts to improve wealth access.
A big part of our work is focusing on that kind of service delivery side of things, getting information out about how the credit system works, connecting you to a financial coach if you want that one-on-one support. But there's also a systemic piece that we need to recognize.
We've seen significant movement from the corporate community and also local and government officials in terms of moving the dial.
Daryl Settles is a current real estate developer. He also owned several Boston restaurants, including Daryl's Corner Bar. It wasn't easy for him getting into the business some 30 years ago, but the financial and social gains made it all worthwhile.
And just about every athlete, entertainer, CEO, senior person came to Bob the Chefs to be cool. That created a network for me.
Real estate developer and investor Daryl Settles is rehabbing this 5-unit condo in Newton. He has 3 personal projects cooking and 2 joint ventures currently. He's been able to work his network and he's bankable.
And over the years, I got more and more into real estate. from the people that I met in the restaurant.
Social capital that pays dividends, another form of wealth unavailable to many people of color.
A lot of my colleagues mentioned that they got money from friends and family to start a practice, and that just wasn't an option for me. I was taking a risk on me and hoping that what I offer my patients in this kind of different vibe of a practice, slower, homier, more time, would really, take hold. Success is my only option, and so I have to be successful.
There's another sign of disparity. When you look at major corporations, only 5 black CEOs exist among all of the Fortune 500 companies.